Hello, and welcome once again to another episode of Third Action. I'm your lovely host, Jason, and these are the same three survivors from last week. Starting in the bottom left, we have Regan, Belladonna, Catfolk Wizard, played by Char.
I got a really limey chipotle chip just now, and I'm trying to act normal, but it's...
I like when they're really limey.
I think Rob does too. I don't.
In the bottom middle, somehow back from the dead a second time, Tully, Couldarn, human fighter, played by Will.
I was gonna say, I'm not sure I was the survivor last week, so glad to be back.
Welcome back. And in the bottom right, as usual, we have Felix Milos, Maestro Bard, played by Alex.
Hey. Still alive somehow.
And I say last week, but it was actually 2 weeks. Had a lovely birthday weekend with my mother. That was nice. But let's go ahead and get right into it as soon as I find the buttons to press. Okay. Haha. I know how to do things. So, last time on Third Action, our group of intrepid adventurers made their last stand against Saint Andiason, the uplifted Lady Andiason, priestess of Urgathoa, who seemed to be the one who orchestrated the plague that has crippled Korvosa for the last couple of weeks. And though Tully fell, or I guess Mayhem fell, Tully has risen in the aftermath as you were able to teleport his body to safety and acquire, sell some stuff and acquire the funds necessary to procure a early morning resurrection. And actually, did you guys pull that list of stuff you sold together? Or has it been decided yet?
Yeah, what did we sell?
I honestly no.
I forgot.
I told y'all to do your homework.
I don't know
Yeah.
that part of the homework.
That's okay. Start figuring out some stuff to sell.
I mean, we have some items in that. I think Char has a winery's worth of wine.
I have 42.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a lot of wine.
I have so many onyxes that I wouldn't know what to do with them. But yeah, we can come up with a list of things.
A scythe.
Okay. And I think I gave you the amount that you
It was
need.
550, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
525.
525. Okay.
Okay, that is
So-
exactly the stack of onyxes. So I just traded them in.
Okay, that works.
Because if they're worth 25.
Yep, and they sell
Each?
directly. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, well, stack of onyxes becomes Mayhem's new heart.
I'm okay with that.
As he's brought back from the dead. But yes, you found yourselves in Giatori's workshop, or toy shop rather, in North Korvosa, by Racker's Alley, where you did the resurrection. And then you requested that your friend Ishani Datri, the priest of Abadar, go gather up some clerics of each faith to help you develop, hopefully, some kind of cure to Bloodveil. As now it seems that both Regan and Tully have been infected by a more viral strain, or certain more potent strain of
I mean,
the disease.
divinely blessed.
Yes.
by Urgathoa.
Urgathoa went right to the root and implanted that disease in your bodies, and now you need to get rid of it. But you've got a lot of notes, got a lot of things in hand. I think Felix also went back, or was going to go back to gather supplies It is fairly late. It is like 5 a.m. So do you guys want to like rest for real and then do your attempts at this stuff, or what do you want to do? I guess I'll give you the floor. It's 5 a.m. I think when we ended, as I think Felix was maybe going to go grab the lab equipment.
Oh yeah. I do think we should rest for real.
Yeah, I might do one supply run for you all to bring some bedrolls and some sandwiches and whatever my half-awake mind can put together from the alchemical kit. But then I'm gonna go sleep for like a day.
Okay. So let's go ahead and skip some hours then.
But like, I want to make sure they have some place to sleep too.
Yeah. So you bring some bedrolls. You guys set up maybe in the back room here. Giatori's body shouldn't be here anymore. It just left it. Maybe you cover up the hole in the wall with a little blanket, so you don't have to look at the pile of corpses has also since been removed by the Corvosan guard.
That's good.
But yeah, so you've got some space to lay down. Ruin is staying with you as well, as you asked for him to stick around because he might be vital to the curing process in some way. And yeah, so Felix comes back after about an hour with a load of stuff in tow. I believe you. So you, what exactly did you want the clerics to do? We can roll back slightly, and you can tell me what you want from them.
Yeah.
Do you want them to come later in the day? Do you want them to go get Cressida? What's your plan?
I remember I wanted like a big, not a friendship circle, but like just as many.
Yeah, study circle.
Yeah. From like each place that wanted to help out, because all the brains together would be nice. Probably that might take a little while to do. It's probably later in the day.
Yeah, if I were to like intuit what might make sense, maybe in the afternoon, like giving us all enough time to sleep, we might see Cressida, and then hopefully the evening, the many clerics can be gathered to begin the group study session of how to cure the uncurable illness.
Okay. So we'll just plan for this evening then. So we'll just skip some time ahead. So it's like 6 a.m. by the time Felix gets back, and then we'll skip like 9 hours from there. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so it's like 3 p.m. We'll skip another hour so that you can do daily prep. Or, yeah, sure, I'll allow it. We already did the midnight oil thing last night, so, but you were like super exhausted from the fight last night. But you, after some hours, you're feeling much better overall, save for the very small beginnings of blood veil on both Regan and Tully's skin. Regan, it's not really visible on the outside. Like, you have to kind of like push fur aside to see it. But it is there. You get kind of like light phantom itches. Like when you think about it, it feels itchy, but otherwise it's fine. You're starting to get that very slight tickle in the back of your throat.
No. I hate that.
But you hear a knock at the door at the agreed upon time.
I'll go over and answer it. I assume these two are somewhat more occupied by staying alive and trying to do research.
Setting
Yeah.
up my station, laying out all my notes, or well, they're mine now, so they're my notes.
Ruin, for his part, is just providing kind of like calm, like backing, like just idle harmonica playing in the background. Sounds nice and accentuates whatever you're doing. Felix, you go to the door, and when you open it, there is Ishani, accompanied by a group of people, some of whom you recognize. Felix, I see you're doing well.
Indeed. It's amazing what a night's rest will do. Or a day, at least. Please come in.
Yes. And he waves the others in, and they're almost like a assortment of colors, as each of them wears the outfits of their own faith. The last lady who enters closes the door behind her. And she's the one who kind of immediately starts to speak. So, I'm led to believe that we might have a lead on a cure.
Yes. We've been setting up a lab in the back, to which you're all welcome to join in as soon as you're ready. But the collective notes and writings from the temple to Urgathoa that we discovered seems to contain hints that the disease has people who are naturally immune to it. And it's through that immunity we might be able to find a cure for the whole of the city.
Kepra de Bear, the bishop of the Parasman Church, clenches her fist at the mention of Urgathoa. The Urgathoan cult was involved, you say? Well,
Yes.
that will have to be dealt with in time. First, we should let us see these notes.
Of course. I would take them to the back, and I presume that much like one of Charlie Day's idea boards, that we now have every piece of paper just strewn like across every wall, trying to piece together what was going on with the research.
They're so neatly stacked in my wand. Wait, I have like a wand of organized shit. That's not what it's called.
You do. I forgot.
Yes.
Yeah.
All beautifully organized.
Okay, so you've used it's what is the wand of like
find that
sort
one.
or something? Quick sort.
Yeah, I think it's quick
Bippity
sort.
boppity
Yeah,
boo
quick
wand.
sort. Let's
I'll move in.
go, everyone.
Okay, so yeah, you've got all the notes from the 3 different so yeah, it just sorts all of these into things by category, and so all of the documentation is very like neat and organized, and it's laid out. You've cleared out all the tables of the toys that were here. The toys are like piled up on top of the maybe you actually just dumped the toys in the into the lower levels where the vampire sarcophagi are. But yeah, so the priests enter to a scene of well-organized documentation. And they'll kind of array themselves here as you
goodness.
explain to them the situation. And they'll introduce themselves in turn, though you've already met some of them. Of course, we have. We'll start with Ishani. Good old Ishani Datri. He's a priest of Abadar, or cleric of Abadar. He's the one who you helped cure Bloodveil from Tace's daughter, Brienne. Then we have another familiar face, Kepera de Bear. She's an older woman dressed all in grays. She's got a very stern look on her face. She's clearly the high of their own churches. She's clearly the highest ranking member within her own church here. The Phrasmans sent their head of church. Everyone else has sent someone smaller or lower down the ranks. So she kind of commands a presence in the room that the others don't seem to. Also here is Cornelius Firstlight, the priest of the Dawnflower Sarenrae. You met him early in the adventure and helped him with the overdose cases of Shiver. He's a potent alchemist himself and knows a thing or two about alchemy. Then we have Morning Robin. He's a jaunty fellow with multicolored hair and a cloak of many colors. He's decked out in a full rainbow assortment of cloths and fabrics. And he is a cleric of Shaylin, the goddess of art and beauty. And last but not least, perhaps to some amount of surprise, maybe, a cleric of Asmodan is here. She calls herself Yasmin Dalphi. I didn't spell out any of their other names, but she is Yasmin Dalphi. That. We have Morning Robin. And I already given you the other ones, but Cornelius.
And
first
cleric of which god?
Yasmin. Yasmin is a cleric of Asmodan.
Asmodan.
Oh,
Okay.
Asmodeus.
Asmodeus. Okay.
I was trying to figure that one out. I'm pretty sure that's not a thing.
I was trying to make sure.
Asmodan's Diablo. Sorry, permanently Diablo brain. No. Asmodeus. Thank you. Sir, not appearing this one. But yeah, the cleric of Asmodeus. She is a kind of sharply dressed woman in blacks and reds and golds. And she's got just kind of this permanent smirk on her face. But she seems cordial enough. But anyway, the group listens to your the story that you tell. How do you describe? You can just give me a an overview of what you tell them.
Where shall we start?
Right.
Got a lot of notes here. Do you want to tell them about the whole situation downstairs up until here, or just what's relevant?
I think it's fair to tell them the whole of the matter, and that we are going to tell the same thing to Cressida.
Mhm.
And so the city's gonna know. So I think we'd start with saying that we had gotten information that the hospice was not what it seemed to be. That people were very often. I mean, admittedly, a hospice, people check in and don't often check out, but that the numbers were unusual. The place seemed militarized beyond what it would take to run a hospital full of people who were dying. And so we began to investigate. And sort of that it would lead naturally into the Dr. Davalus's notes that kind of show that they were most definitely working on science there, but not necessarily on trying to cure the disease, but rather how to make it more virulent, to inflict it upon more people, and explicitly how to turn people into plague zombies so that they would run around the city infecting others. And I think that's sort of naturally how you go from Davalus's work to Rolth's work, who is downstairs, and to gosh, I'm trying to pull up his name. Yeah, his name.
Ramoska.
Ramoska's
yeah,
work.
yeah.
As they were all attempting to find a way to use the immunity that that members of the Vishanti and explicitly Ruin over here seems to show as a key to actually making the disease even more potent.
They listen, and they're all kind of surprised to hear, very surprised to hear that the Queen's physicians are not who they say they are. And certainly Kepera is like the most clearly like incensed. But she's like calm face, but you can like see her like fists clenching, her like teeth tightening. As she hears the story, she seems very, very angry, but still focused on taking in every word. Cornelius is just kind of finger against his lip, listening in thought at your every word. Yasmin scoffs at the sort of just the like illegality of it. She makes a few comments about she just has like a few little like, that's not above board, and oh, they're going to get in trouble for that.
Ooh.
As if being evil has has like rules and boundaries, and they exceeded that.
Yes.
I mean, obviously
Yeah.
he does, so.
Morning Robin is just kind of like shocked, like he's interjecting with a lot of oh my, oh gosh, and Ishani is just kind of enraptured. But as you finish your tale, they Kepera speaks up. Has the guard and the Grey Maidens, have they been informed?
That's sort of our next conversation.
That should be happening right now, in fact.
Yes, if this facility still exists, it should be dealt with right away. And perhaps my priest should go as well to deal with any undead that may be left behind. Sanctify the area.
Did we leave out the part with the vampire?
We mentioned his notes, not his vampirism.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you didn't like specifically talk about him being nice and helping you or anything like that.
For us
Just
helping
that.
him now.
Yeah. Just that you were able to retrieve his notes.
Mhm.
Correct. Just that we were able to retrieve his notes. That like this seems to have been a concerted effort to research the disease.
And Ruin, for his part, is just kind of sitting in the back, and if you ask him to corroborate anything, he corroborates, but he doesn't add any additional information or try to correct you or anything like that. But yes, Kepera's face is still stony as she thinks. We should inform them as soon as possible so that they can rescue anyone who's still there. But in the meantime, these notes, you say. Shall we take a look at them? Perhaps there's something there.
Regan just like tentatively kind of looks at her and is like, oh, whatever. But she shows off the notes just because she doesn't. Come over here. She has the notes all kind of spread out into piles and nicely sorted.
And the other priests like come around and start looking at the notes as well. And it looks like they're all like immediately sort of enraptured in what they're seeing, and they start asking you questions, Regan, about the material. It's looking like Regan will be probably occupied with the clerics for some time as they work on this. But Kepra pauses as they start getting into it a little bit, and goes up to Tully and Felix. What are you waiting for? You should go inform the guard and the maidens.
Of course. We just wanted to make sure that work on the cure could get started.
Tully looks
She
over
nods.
at Bruin for just kind of checking in on him since he's been pretty quiet for the most part. How's he doing right now?
He gives you a smile. He seems to have recovered decently well enough now that he's had something to eat and some time to breathe and rest. Color has kind of returned to his face, and he's looking pretty well.
Okay. As long as he's doing all right, then you wanted him to stay here, Regan, for research?
Oh, yes. We might end up needing just in his entire self, maybe. Not, yes, we need him.
Try and be gentle, I guess.
Oh, of course.
Whatever you need of me, I'm willing.
We might need some samples, but not sure. See what we all agree on, all the clerics.
With that, then I'll lead Felix, assuming he wants to come with, and we'll head to.
Yeah. We will get out of the way of science.
Report in, yes. Not sciencey people, we are. So go talk to the field marshal.
Yep.
Okay. We can just put you outside.
You'll
fine.
teleport us. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Imagine, if you will. You know what? This building. Okay. You have a field marshal.
The field marshal's field office.
Yeah. You make your way to the Citadel. Takes like 20 minutes or so. 5, 10, 15, 20. And things are, well, quiet. The guard has been pretty drastically reduced in function these last couple of weeks as money has gotten siphoned out and as many of the members of the guard have gotten sick themselves, or are being told to stay home or out patrolling the city. There's just not a lot of people here. But when you ask if the field marshal is around, you are informed that she's up in her office. She hasn't left for the day yet. So you make your way up the stairs at the Citadel and to her office. You knock at the door, and you hear her usual, come in.
Open the door to let Felix go first.
We'll give a wave. Hopefully she's in good spirits, because we've got a weighty conversation to have.
She's in about the same spirits as she's usually in, very overworked. But still somehow a bit positive, if tired. Oh, Felix! Her eyes kind of brighten up at the sight of the two of you. Tully, how are things?
It's been a wild couple of days, but hopefully the world might get a little bit better. But,
Really? Have you made progress in your investigation?
yeah, You might say that. We have a bit of a fair bit of information to share since we last spoke. But let's sit down and go over this. This is going to take a minute.
Let's try and
Alright.
shorten it as much as we can and get the move on before they decide to do something with the hospice.
Indeed.
Hospice. And we can fast track
would-
over the conversation, but
Yeah.
just tell me what you tell her at a high level.
I would start from the investigation of Rowan's disappearance to us discovering the hospice, making our way inside to the basement to discover that it was actually a temple to Urgathoa, then proceeding to find Rolf's horror chamber and Diason herself, preparing vats of blood veil to infect the city with.
I am letting Felix carry the story here as Tully is here as an escort and not as somebody who was present.
Yes, this is a Regan and Felix adventure.
Mayhem was there, but
And Mayhem was there, but but like I'm telling it from the point of view of those three people and not Tully being infected.
Okay. As you go through the details, you see her she gets up, she starts putting on her armor. She's
Need to
loading
move.
loading the crossbow. And by the time you finish your story, she's fully geared up. And all right, well,
Yeah.
I guess we've got a hospice to raid. But before I go, I should probably warn you. I don't think you should tell anybody that you were there that day. Or last night. This should probably stay between... if you told her about the priests already,
Yeah,
then
that felt
she would
embarrassing.
say you should keep it between as few people as possible. In the event that this is... She kind of pauses, not wanting to say it. In the event that the crown has something to do with this, I wouldn't want it to lead back to you or your families.
Understood. We will be discreet, and everyone is currently working out of a location that I won't disclose at the moment.
Good. That's all I wanted to hear. Take care of yourselves, and we'll talk soon. And she makes her way out of the office. You hear her immediately shout commands and start to rally some troops.
Did she leave anything interesting on the desk before we step out? Just a glance. Not going to raid or anything. Just want to see, since she was probably working on something when we came in.
You look at her desk, and there is a scroll that is that has been opened, and there's writing on it, and a actually, have I? How do you try to read what's there? It's clear that she was reading the scroll. It looks like it's been opened.
Yeah, if it's been opened enough that I can read it without doing much, I will take a look. But I don't want to go digging through her things on the desk. It's more
you
of a
can read it
curiosity.
without, or
Yeah.
look over it without touching.
Yeah, I'll take a quick look over it since it's there.
It is seemingly a letter from Vencarlo.
Really?
And just at a quick glance, it mentions having a lead on the Seneschal. You could stop and like read it in more detail, but that's like the very quick glance you see. You like look over, you see Carlo's signature, you see something seneschal lead.
I will leave it for now. I just wanted to see if there was something relevant, and this is definitely relevant. But half tempted to just take it, but I feel like that would be very rude. So we'll go ahead and leave at this point. And I don't know if we would be part of this raid or not. If it would be appropriate for Tully to step up and try to participate in this.
She kind of
certainly
told us
could.
to keep her heads down, though. That would be my.
She was talking to you. Tully wasn't there. Now, that is a whole other issue that, yes, maybe Tully should still be keeping his head down for other reasons, but, yeah, I think if she's organizing a squad to go down there, I think Tully will actually go with.
Okay. Yeah, you think you'd be able to get away with it as long as you just act as a, hey, I'm just a guard that showed up here with the other guards.
Yeah, staying in the back, kind of letting others taking the lead, and they're more to support, but still there to actually do work and help.
Okay. So yeah, you rush to go suit up, and join in the train of guards that are going to stop by the hospice. Felix, what are you going to be up to?
I'm going to head back to the lab by way of the bar, and I'm going to try to give a suggestion that I know folks have been sort of living out of the place as the plague kicks up, but like they may be better suited to go hide out in their own homes for at least the next couple of days.
Oh, from the script and scrimshaw. So you're telling
Correct.
everyone that they should probably go to separate homes.
Yeah,
For now.
like Shields from
Okay.
Flame can go hang out at the camp at the edge of town. Tace and her kids hopefully can go back to her place.
Do you explain to them why? They will ask why.
I want to give them a good enough explanation that they understand that like the script in Scrimshaw just isn't safe right now, but like I do not want to actually disclose any of the details about the hospice, so I would try to like find the middle of those two problems.
Shields from Flame would see your hesitation when asked, and she just puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "It's okay." And they all take your suggestion and head to their own homes. Lizdy... Oh, Lizdy... Oh, yeah, I guess Lizdy would ask you if... Felix, do you think it would be alright if I stayed with, Brienne? And Tace?
I think that would be fine. As
Okay,
long
just
as they
let
would
Dad
have-
know for me, please,
Will do.
if you see him. Oh, here, I can write a note or something. And she'll run upstairs to find some paper and quill, ink. Write a quick note and hand it to you. It just says, like, "Hey, Dad, gonna be staying with Tace's family for a few days. Let me know
I'll
if
be
you
sure
need
if he
anything."
gets it.
Thanks so much, Felix. And they'll all get to packing a few things that they'll need for a few days. That's basically that.
Yeah.
Uh,
With them all gone, I'll look up the bar and head back to the toy shop.
Okay. So Felix is going back to the toy shop. Tully. Let's see. Post on that. Tully's somewhere over here. He's currently dressed up as Mayhem, but switcheroo and drag you over to the hospice.
Back to where we just died.
Back to the scene of the crime.
Yeah.
Back to
Can't
the scene of the
help it.
crime. They always return. Okay, so you and let's see, Cressida, who's the field marshal, and Corvosan guard. Guards. Okay. When the guard arrives, that was a very loud click.
Sorry.
When the guard arrives at the hospice, there is clearly a partial fire. Like you can see smoke drifting from the second floor office room.
Mm-hmm.
And Cressida issues the command to charge in. There are gray maidens outside who seem confused, and Cressida explains to them the situation, that there's that the Queen's physicians need to be arrested, and the gray maidens seem a bit confused, but they step aside and let the guard come in. And she has the guard like start escorting patients out. She sends she and you and like a couple others make their way upstairs, telling the other gray maidens to like help assist with the evacuation, because they also seem confused. And you end up having to she orders you to break down the door leading into the second floor's like lab room. So if you can give me an athletics check, or if you've got something else you'd like to try.
No, I think athletics check sounds good. We'll go after the door. It's not a great roll, a 22.
Okay, 22 is a success though. You managed to bowl the door, like slam into the door a couple times until the hinges break. And inside you see a very sad scene. All of the patients that were up here are lying motionless, lifeless, as blood is spilled out onto the floor, and they've all got their necks slit. The door into Davalis's office is open, and the group of you rush into the office and see whatever papers were here are all in flames. The books in flames. The desk is in flames. The whole room is starting to go up in smoke.
And I assume none of the Great Maidens can tell us the whereabouts of Dr. Davalos at this point.
You go back to go ask them. There's still some Great Maidens who are like guarding the doors. Oh, the doctor, he was here about an hour ago with a couple of the physicians. Why? What's going on?
That's not very helpful. I'm not going to answer their questions. I don't think they have the right to know.
He said
Next.
it was urgent and that we should leave them alone for some time, so we've been waiting downstairs.
Oh, so he never came back down.
I don't think so.
Shit. And of course it's on fire. We need to move quickly though. Is the door to the elevator secure? I guess we can get to it from the upper story, but We need to move quickly to get downstairs. If we're going downstairs.
Oh, yeah, if you're trying to get to the elevator, one of the Grey Maidens will give you the key.
Make that easier.
Though, if you're trying to get to the... so I guess Cresta will have some of the people try to put out the fire in the office so that it doesn't burn the whole warehouse down. But then she and you and a few others will... well, you say we should get to the basement, I guess? Is that what you're doing?
Right. Before, if they're destroying evidence up here, we want to make sure they're not destroying evidence elsewhere.
Okay. And so, yeah, you get to the elevator, but you realize that you don't know how to get it to go down to the basement on its own. When you did it last time, you had Felix pick the mechanism.
Oh, that's right. Shit. I don't know. I will try and investigate to see if there is a different mechanism or a different way.
Didn't the thing get stuck in it though?
Yeah, my memory was that my lockpick was essentially stuck in the mechanism on the handle.
It seems to be like that pick is no longer there.
Which is
Convenient.
and concerning.
Someone has used this since then. But sure, you're gonna try to could be thievery check, crafting.
They're the same. So I think Tully is going to try to mess with it, and he does have that key-shaped dagger still. I don't know if we ever tried to see if it would fit or not in this.
It looks too big. It
did look too big.
It looks
Okay.
like it's just key shaped for decoration purposes.
Then Tully will try to see if he can manipulate it to get it to work.
Okay, add a +3 to that from Cressida, and the couple of guards are gonna help you, and you can roll public.
Okay. 28.
28. That is crit success here. So you managed to figure out how to get the mechanism. You remember enough of what Felix had done before, and between the group of you managed to jury-rig a solution to get it to work, and you basically jam something else in there of the right size and shape, and enough to click the mechanism and get the lever into the secret third position, so that it can go down into the basement. And down it goes. Down, 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 down. And once you're in the basement, you and the group of Corvosan guard, and a few Grey Maidens, probably, who Cressida has basically just accumulated into the group. Yeah. You all make your way down the elevator, doors open, and you see a few of these not cultists, but Queen's physicians, decked out in masks, carrying like stacks of some of them are carrying like some small documents, some of them are carrying like books and tomes, and a fight very quickly ensues.
Yes.
As they're surprised and shocked that you're here. And I guess go ahead and give me any kind of combat related roll.
All right, we'll just do a straight up attack roll.
Sure.
See how we do. That is a 32 total.
Yes, that is a critical success. Okay, so you are able to help the guard and the Grey Maidens just fully overpower these guys. And because you crit, you have the choice of do you kill them or do you take them alive?
We're going to take them alive.
So, yeah, you're slicing it at at legs. You're fighting to cripple, and you kind of help command these this ragtag group into basically getting these remaining physicians to surrender. And with that, you press forward into the complex and slowly sweep out the rest of the chambers. You catch a few more. There's a couple more cultists who were still gathering some things. A couple more physicians who were burning documents. And because you had enough successes here and thought to go down here fast enough, you do manage to get down here in time to save the two prisoners who you had left in the cages. There was a cultist who was like just making their way into that chamber to go put them to death, basically. But you managed to stop them in time. That person dies.
Yes. Tully's been doing his best this whole time to guide everything without making it obvious that he knows where everything is. So
right.
At this point, though, breaks the kayfabe and just goes straight after him to make sure that he doesn't get away with whatever the fuck this cultist was about to do. And he dies for it.
All right. Dead cultist. And with that, the whole space, the temple has been wiped of cultists. And you effectively get roped into helping the kind of like control and investigation of the space with the guard.
All right.
So that's what you'll be helping out in.
Sounds good.
But it seems like you managed to get to those two in time, and some of the documents were the incriminating documents of the cult have been saved. Okay. While that's happening, where are we? We zoom back into
Alchemies.
alchemy time. Oh, I didn't put that in my quick bar. Activate the scene. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, so Regan, you and the others, eventually Felix will be here, but you and the clerics get to work sorting through the various notes that you have here from Dr. Davalos, from Ramoska, and Rolf. And go ahead and give me, well, actually, I think this is automatic because you have all three sets of notes. After a few hours of investigating these notes, and looking at where each of these people were investigating, you had, with your quicksort wand, sorted out all of the notes by type, and one of the stacks you have is like patient interviews and patient records, so information about the individual patients and their responses, their reactions to blood veil. All three of these individuals had been doing their own investigations, but none of them seem to ever collaborate in any way, so that all of their patient lists are like pretty much fully unique. And something quickly emerges to your eyes. There's a bigger connection here between all of the people that seem to be more immune to blood veil. And that's family.
Ooh.
They all seem to be related in some way. In some cases, not directly related. Some are related by marriage or by adoption. But there is a tree of connections. You see, like, grandparents, great-grandparents that are shared. Or, like, they live with the family of some other person who seems to be strongly immune. And that's very curious. And that seems to be, like, the one big key piece of evidence that these people were missing. And you then take that and start talking to Ruin. And as you decide to ask him about his familial relations, like what's his family history like, and he tells you that his not his mother, his great-grandmother. Oops, I should have had her name on hand. One moment. Where it is, at least. Yes. His great-grandmother, on his mother's side, is Cassandra Miromia. K-A-S-A-N-D-A-M-I-R-O-M-I-A. Miromia. But she married and had a different... Miromia was her maiden name. Her last name post-marriage was Foxglove.
Oh. Regan doesn't know that.
Well, you remember something. You remember seeing the Foxglove family iconography, their crest, on some crates down in the cellar, or in the temple.
Yeah.
That's a weird connection to make. So you decide to, as a group, start looking through the notes to see if is there any Foxglove connection. What is this about? As you're looking through the notes, Dr. Davalos mentions, kind of offhandedly, a shipment from the Foxgloves.
Ooh. That's what those crates were.
There's something in that shipment that seems to have been given to Andiasen at her request in order to help develop Bloodveil. He talks about it being the seed from which this disease would blossom. And he talks about being excited to see what it would become.
Mm. So we have to get our hands on that shipment.
Possibly. Since you've got everyone assembled here, Cornelius points out that perhaps the shipment or samples of the shipment might not be necessary. We don't have to understand what exactly was going on here. But if the key is in this relationship, then perhaps, and he looks to Ruin, perhaps the key is in the blood. Is there something about being connected to the foxgloves that protects you, I wonder?
Was it if they were through like marriage and adoption, is it blood or is it something else? Like,
That is a good point.
protection.
And as you talk about it, I guess both Ruin and is Ishani? I think oh no, Ishani is Mudran. Yeah. So, well, to us Varisians, family is a much deeper concept than just blood. Perhaps it is merely our ancestors protecting us in some way. Through familial lines, but as we Varisians see it.
How do we turn that into a cure? Can't all
group-
just get married.
Yeah. We can't all get married, no, says Capra. She is holding up a page. But if we were able to sanctify this blood, perhaps we could, in a way, create a mild familial connection. Maybe that would be enough.
We can try it.
It's certainly a weird concept, but the others think that it could be worth trying.
Oh, you can try it on me and see if it works.
Well, and as first volunteer, I guess. So what they'll need to do, or what you'll need to do, is attempt to craft a cure in this manner. This will be a crafting check. DC will be hard, but you have quite a lot of notes here and quite a lot of people to help you. So you will get an automatic +3 from all the clerics. But I will need a crafting check.
Crafting. Is this a secret crafting?
No, you can roll this publicly. So you may decide if you want to reroll or not.
If I reroll, will it still will it take a lower version if it's the second one?
Yes, it'll take the lower version.
Alright. Let's go.
We have 3 points. You can. I forget what I have for 3 points. Something. Oh, did I say 3 points lets you do the higher, better one?
It's slightly better than average at 28. I don't know if
but
that's
no.
enough.
28 is what you need. That is plenty. With the cleric's assistance and this direction that they've come up with, you're able to, from just a drop of Ruin's blood, you're able to mix an alchemical concoction that's been infused with effectively, the what's the ritual called? The heart bond ritual, which is like a marriage ritual, but it's not really binding, or like the magic itself is not binding. The clerics are able to sort of use an essence kind of like that to sort of connect two hearts and minds. But mixing that with the blood is able to basically connect make a small connection between Ruin and the person who basically injects this elixir, because it isn't injectable, sadly, and not able to get it into a drinkable form.
I figured it was gonna get injected.
Yeah. But you take some sample tissue and test this sort of part divine, part alchemical concoction on some samples from your body.
I was just gonna stab it into.
Well, you suggest doing that, but Morning Robin steps in and says, perhaps we should try just a small sample first, before we damage that beautiful fur of yours. So you start with some small samples. And it seems to work fairly quickly. The bits of red that clearly indicate the blood veil very quickly fade on the one sample that you've got in the tray. But then something curious happens. You took a couple of samples, and you've got the trays lined up. And as this one sample starts to heal, the samples that are set next to it also begin to heal.
Ooh.
On a slight delay, it seems like the magic is slightly spreading from the singular dose.
It's like a contagious vaccine.
Contagious may be right.
That's great news. Might need less
Well,
of
are
it.
you ready to try it?
Yes.
Yasmin says with a smile. You won't know if
yeah.
it works for real unless you give it a
Stab
go.
me with. Or she just stabs herself with it.
Sure.
You
There are better
No
ways to try that.
hesitation.
Okay.
Absolutely no hesitation. Just
by this time in the day, this would have taken some hours. So by this time in the day, Felix, you probably would have been back to witness this part of it. And yeah, that slight itchy feeling goes away almost instantly. That catch in the back of your throat eases. Feel like you've just had a nice little mint and menthol droplet. And thrash is still there, but it is starting to fade very quickly. And the group of you continue to perform tests and do some magical scans, and yeah, after just a day, this would be 8 hours later, effectively. This would be late at night. 11 p.m. or so. The clerics all start clapping, not knowing what to do.
yeah. Woo. Well, I feel a lot better.
I can't believe it was that easy.
I can't either. I mean, we're lucky they didn't read each other's notes, I guess. They would have figured a way around that for sure.
It really was all right here, Ishani says. He's like kind of thumbing through the notes. I agree. Had they only... I dare to think what would have happened if they had realized the error. Yes, they could have made it quite a bit more powerful, I think, Yasmin says with a wry smile. Foolish of them.
Well, how do we get this to as many people as we can? Luckily, it seems to pass between people.
Yes, but the number of people in the city will need to be working overtime to craft as many of these as we can.
Luckily, it's just like a drop of his blood and not like an IV pouch or something that you need for each. Oh, man. Well, I can certainly help craft some of this.
Yes, we should begin higher scale production as soon as we can. I'll go out and get some more ingredients. And the others all agree, and they're gonna go back and they're actually gonna take the formula that you've developed here and each take it to their own temples to start producing more of the vaccine.
That's a good idea.
And start distributing it to people. It will take a bit of time for it to work and progress, and these materials are a bit limited, but hopeful that this is the least of it.
Yeah. I'll be happy to get out of this hell. Is Felix here?
Felix is just in the corner.
Yeah, I
Felix.
showed up there at the end.
Where did our friend go?
I think our friend escorted himself into some more trouble.
Oh dear. Well, I was hoping to maybe test holding hands with him to see if he can just be cured by that.
One way to try, sure.
I guess that has to wait. We'll just stand near, like, closer and closer to each other.
Yes,
knows
chat,
where-
the treasure is the foxgloves we found along the way.
So sick of them.
Hey, they're helping you now.
Yay!
Somehow their family magic extends to all. There's
I
gonna be
wonder how
whole
they feel
system.
about this, but they're all dead right now.
Does this mean I'm like a little bit married to Ruan? Ooh, how exciting!
You could certainly think of it that way, but
Yeah, it's like she doesn't voice that opinion. I'm just kind of like stabs herself with the juice much faster than normal. It's like,
okay, so yeah, after this one day, the group of you have made 4 doses, one of which you just used on Regan. Do you want to keep a second dose for Tully, or do you want to just try the connection thing?
we should probably keep one just in case the connection thing doesn't work.
Yeah,
And then if
it's-
we don't need it, we can give it to someone else.
it's not like it would go to waste. We could find another opportunity to use it, but
There's plenty of sick people out there.
yeah, I think we're gonna have more of a problem of making enough of it than finding people who are willing to take the cure once it becomes known.
I mean, people are willing to take that lavender oil, so certainly they'll be willing to take this.
Oh, you should see if you can combine this with lavender so people will find it to be palatable.
No, they don't drink it. You have to inject it.
It'll smell palatable in
Oh
their blood.
dear.
I don't know.
Ooh.
Mm.
Oh, your
Anxiety.
blood smells. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Your blood smells very nice today.
I injected
Hints
myself
of
with
iron
lavender.
and lavender.
Very itchy. Yes. No.
All
We'll
right.
keep it.
Oh, here you go. You can have one more blood veil vaccine.
Yay. Thank you.
Okay, and yeah, with that, unless you have need of the clerics, they are all gonna go get to the work of
Yes.
building more vaccine as quickly as they can, and you're welcome to help them. The more vaccines you produce, the faster the plague will end.
But I do want to help them. Do I have to go with them? Do I have to go with a certain one, or just
You can choose which one you want to go work with, because they're all going to go to their own individual temples. So pick your
Asmodeus,
pick your temple.
obviously.
like who is the least mean to me? Being who offends me the least with my undeads? I would at
Well,
least
I mean, Asmodeus doesn't care at all.
I don't know if Abadar has much of an opinion either, for that matter.
Yeah, Abadar probably doesn't care that much either.
Yeah.
I mean, does Shaylin care
Shaylin,
about undead?
probably not too much. Pharasma hates, and Saren Ray hates. Shaylin might not be super on board with the whole motif of the undead thing, but probably not inherently against undead.
Yeah.
which church?
I
will
mean,
choose?
Morning Robin's maybe a bit cold about you. He's made a couple of comments about your choice of robes.
Excuse. Well, I won't go with him.
He said something like, "Oh, it's a bit drab, isn't it?" We can go shopping later if you need something nicer.
I see what this is.
Oh, you've made such a brave choice wearing that today. I could
Yeah,
never.
that's what she says. She's like, well, your outfit's very brave. I could
Oh, why?
never.
Thank you. I think so too, actually.
My God, maybe I will go with him.
I hear this and I'm just wondering when.
It's asking.
It's not if, but when he's going to be lashed out against.
You know, I'm going with him. I like it.
Okay.
We'll trade witty banter.
All right, so you head with Morning Robin to the Sanctuary of Shaylin, which works out because they're the smallest temple in town, so they probably need the most assistance in building out vaccine. But okay, that's what you will be. You don't have to go today right away. So they will head back, and I presume is after Tully, after you get done with your shift, what are you up to? They've arrested all of the people that they could find. Dr. Davalos is nowhere to be seen. It seems like he's gotten away. Jolastina also doesn't show up, doesn't turn up anywhere. No sign of her.
Oh, she'll be back.
Big shock.
She'll be back. Ugh. Once we've taken care of processing and dealt with the fire situation there at the hospice, I suppose Tully would first make his way over to the script and scrimshaw and find it to be locked. And then would think about it, being very tired, having, only been risen from the dead this morning, though feeling pretty good about that dying thing, all things considered. Not, great about the dying thing, but didn't feel nearly as bad as the first time he came back. Anyway, we'll find his way over to the toy shop at that point, remembering where they were before.
Okay.
And we'll attempt to rejoin whoever's there.
Hello, Tully. Oh,
Ah,
I have
You're here.
excellent news.
really?
She'll explain the great discovery in great detail.
It's the power of family. A really messed up family who helped seeded and is now helping cure the disease.
How delightful.
And look, she's
And you
gonna
did that today?
pat her hand.
You don't have. That's okay.
How are you
Biscuits,
feeling?
sure.
You should have
How?
seen them work. They were quite something.
I believe it. Just genuinely just pause.
Yeah, like
Tully being paused this whole time,
talking.
and has turned to look at Felix and is literally like, I don't even know anymore what is going on.
Do you feel better?
Do I feel better? How are the sores and everything? Are things recovering?
When she asks you're like, what do you mean, do I feel better? And then you think about it and like, oh, you don't feel that itch. You don't feel that sore throat. You can look down, you can see the reddening lighten on your chest. Something seems to be happening.
I guess that worked, Regan. You're welcome to keep going if you need to keep it. But okay, thank you.
I don't know how permanent it is, but
Is that some sort of spell, cat paw, or is that the?
No.
Because you said you got a vaccine. I didn't think that unless we just make you go around and paw at everybody. That
She goes
seems like
over
a lot
and
of work
picks up
for you.
the vaccine. She's like, we discovered. Well, I didn't know until now, but it's like a contagious vaccine. So if one person is vaccinated, it's possible to, without giving the other person the vaccine, to just kind of be near them and touch them, and they get healthier.
Well, that's very useful then. That's great. How much more can we make without draining Mr. Mirakova dry, I assume?
Well, the good news is we only need a very tiny bit for each vaccine, and with the added bonus of it being kind of a contagious thing,
You don't need
he
near as
should be
many.
good.
Oh yeah, you've earlier once you realized that this was the case, you've like given each of the clerics like a bag of his blood.
Straight up bag. We have drained 6 pints of blood from him. He is in the corner looking absolutely drained and wasted, but it's fine.
He's sipping water.
Actually,
Yeah,
what I
chugging
was
water.
Some orange juice.
having established that this is a family thing, Bruin's sister would both love to know that he's okay and that we have him, but is also related. If we need additional sources for somebody who should be immune. Because if it's something in the family, they're both related to this whoever Foxglove person. So she should be able to contribute as well, and anyone else. I don't want to volunteer your family at will here, Bruin, but if they
No,
can
I'm
help,
sure
I'm
my
sure.
sister wouldn't mind.
She seemed like the kind of person who would be willing to give a little bit. And again, not trying to take everybody's blood here, but the city will greatly benefit from all of this. Wonderful work, Regan.
Yeah, we should reunite you with your sister, if only as a thank you for all of the help that you've given us. You very easily could have decided to leave the moment you got out of that place. Thank you for sticking around.
It's the least I could do for my saviors. He gives you a wide smile. Then I guess I should head home then. But if you ever need someone to... You said you owned a bar, right?
Yes. Hopefully,
If
we
you ever
can...
need a performer, he takes a card from his pocket and hands it to you.
We would love to have you. You'd bring some class to the place.
I also do musical lessons, should you need any training.
No, but my daughter might actually enjoy that. Especially since her sword lessons are on pause at the moment.
Oh, certainly. I'd be happy to provide for free, as long as I've got the time.
And, I mean, I wouldn't want to make you go out of your way. We would pay you compensation, but if you would be willing...
Oh, no. You've paid me with my life. It's fine. I'm
I
more than
did
willing to
nothing. It
give
was-
you, your friends, anyone, music lessons.
I will ask Lizzie and see if she's interested, but I get the feeling she is. I believe she's a fan of yours. I think so. I know Regan here was, so glad we were able to. What? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to say that.
No?
Sorry.
No. Tully. That's such a dad move.
Well then, if you ever want to come to one of my concerts, you're more than welcome to come for free.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
I don't know when I'll next be having one, given the state of the city at the moment, but perhaps it should be sooner rather than later to help ease everyone's spirits.
And as Bloodvale is will hopefully start to lift here, we might actually have more occasion to have celebrations, so that would be nice.
I certainly hope so. If you'll excuse me, I'm feeling a bit exhausted. I really
Are you okay to
should
get
head
home on your own? Would you like an escort?
Oh, I suppose I wouldn't mind. Thank you.
I will, yeah. Tully will escort Ruin back to, I assume, Old Corvosa. I don't know if Dayanira.
No, he lived in the Midlands.
Oh, that's right. He's in Midland, so
yeah,
easy enough to take him back. Did we all want to stay here, or if you all would like an actual bed, I do have some at my place.
Your house?
We get to see it.
Yes. Have I been that secretive?
A bit.
Oh, so.
I can't. Maybe not about his house.
And I would love a place to lie low for a couple of days. I figure while Dr. Davalos is still at large, it might be wise to be absent from the scrimshot. And Liz D is also Felix will pass the note somewhere safe.
Oh, she's not at home. I have an additional bed, in fact. Then. So, I assume she won't mind if one of you uses it. Probably Regan, but don't think it matters.
Cat, I shed a lot.
Well, more I'm thinking I don't think she'd appreciate having a man in her room, but I don't know what's appropriate. Anyway, we'll take Ruin back home and head back to Tully's home from there.
Yeah, we'll pick up some lit rollers on the way.
All right.
There's magic for that.
Cool. Well, shall we? So I move everybody around the map.
Do we get the big quest complete banner now?
Basically. So, it is now a semi-race against the clock. You've managed to do the 1-day cure. Congratulations.
Nice job.
Let's put it over here. These guys occupying. Okay, so let's see. So it is Farast the First. Where is my numbers? You have saved up to this point. 657 people have died so far.
What percentage is that?
I don't remember how much the population of the city was. But that's not good,
I
though.
can. It's pretty high. Let's see. What's the population of
I don't want to be
Tullios?
like, that's great, and then you're like, the population's 700.
Where's my?
Welcome to Corvosa.
Did I write the population in there?
Approximately 18,500. So
Okay.
a little somewhere between 1,800 and 19 or 18,000 and 19,000 people total, and we lost 600 so far.
Yes, 657 over
Okay.
1,900. So like 3% of the population.
Yeah,
Or wait.
not great numbers so far, but
Yeah.
okay. Could be worse. Could
We
be
had
worse.
2 reactions to that. I was like, that's not so bad.
It could
Wait,
be
sorry.
worse.
Is that sorry, it's not 3%, is it? That's 30%, isn't it? That's quite high.
That's
It's not
significantly
30%.
worse.
Sorry, what was the number again? It was 19.
So the total population is 18,500 of the city.
Oh, 18,500. Okay,
Yes.
okay. Yes. Okay, sorry. So yeah, that's 657 over 18,500. Yes, that is 3%. Okay, I missed a zero.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, roughly 3% of the population has died so far. But you have on the saved side, we have because you got the cure in 1 day. So let's see, because you stopped the were-rats, you saved 400 people.
Ooh.
Thanks to the efforts of especially because you got the were-rats to assist with dealing with the disease. They are now that you've got a cure worked out over the next week or couple of weeks, they're going to be helping with ferrying people to and from the clinics, and going out and gathering. Some of the ingredients need to be gathered from nearby Corvosa, and they can handle a lot of that. So effectively, that has saved 400 people. The disruption, it took you effectively 2 days to do it. So only 10 lives were lost in the sort of time you spent being distracted by it. You stopped Vendra Laugri's fake cure, which has saved 700 people.
Wow.
Who did not succumb to the disease while thinking that they were protected. Stopping the vampires from in Racker's Alley from killing loads more people, that has saved another 200 potential victims.
They were hungry.
Stopping you've sort of stopped Jolastina. You removed all of the zombies from her possession, so she could not use them to attack people on the street for fun when she got bored. So you saved 500 people that would have died to her crimes, but she's still at large and has killed 25 since then.
Jeez.
For her.
The hospice. In the hospice, you saved 57 people. Nobody on the first floor was killed in any kind of skirmish or fighting, and Tully managed to get the guard there fast enough that the Queen's physicians weren't able to do anything to them. So that's 57 people saved. 17 people on the second floor were all murdered because Dr. Davalos was not dealt with, so he and his cronies killed them and tried to burn any evidence to stop you from getting to a cure. In the basement, 5 people died. They were the zombies that you killed during the encounters, or zombies and zombie-like people that you weren't able to save. And I think there was some splash damage in the fight with Rolf that killed those few people. But you do manage to save 2 people there from the prisons, because Tully did get there in time. Just in time. And you did actually end up going back in the end. I see. Yeah. No. Dr. Davalos did manage to get away with a bunch of material from the vats downstairs, because you did not destroy them while you were there.
I was too scared.
And that has led to a bunch of additional deaths that add to this 657. The 657 includes a lot of those. Right, because he's basically for the next few days or weeks, he's seemingly outspreading the disease with what collection of blood veil he had. So he's kind of running counter to you. But because you got the cured one day, you saved 1,000. So your total currently that you have saved is 2,860. There are 657 dead people. There are 1,483 people left to save. It's 1,483. For each dose of blood veil, you guys get a D4 of people that get saved. Or you increase the number of people who get saved per day by D4. 1d4 per day. There's an increasing 1d6 of people every day that dies. So the more doses you have, the more you can kind of overcome how fast the disease is killing everyone. So let's go ahead and I'll roll a d6 and see what our starting number is at. 4. So today, 4 more people die. So 661. But you've effectively got... do you want to use your... the dose that you didn't use? Or are you just holding on to it?
No, we'll use it now that we've confirmed that Regan could or was able to help out. We'll go ahead and use it now.
Yeah.
So with 4 doses in use, you currently have 4d4. So one of you, Regan, roll 4d4. Let's get our starting saved population.
9.
9. Okay, so the number of people who get saved today are an additional 9 people. So... what is this? This is 4. It's 9. Okay. So 2860 plus 9. Yay! You have 2869 people. Minus 9 minus 4. Okay, so 1470 people are left. It's math time. Sort of.
I didn't know we were playing Pathfinder.
It's Mathfinder.
Yeah.
We'll do this quick. So, over the next few days, you have you can either assist in working on the vaccines, or you can do other stuff. But we'll just sort of go through. You can also do downtime if you want to do downtime. Crafting the vaccine itself, now that you know how to do it, is a DC 22 crafting check. And you can craft a batch of 4 at a time. But it costs... it does cost 100 gold per batch.
Woo. Spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you the various factions of clerics that we invited to help us produce any amount that we would be adding to what we make?
No, you will not. They're already kind of saving people as like that's part of the 1,000 that you've already effectively saved. So we're just doing the number that you, the players, are additionally saving.
Okay.
This is saves attributed to you as a group. So, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and move it to the beginning of the next day, and then I'm gonna do day jumps from here.
All right.
Wee.
Do like 8 a.m. Farast the 2nd. What would you guys like to do? You each can do a thing. Retraining is totally fine. Crafting, totally fine. Any other kind of downtime work you want to do, also fine.
I feel like at least one of us needs to go sell a bunch of the stuff that we have to make enough money to be able to afford to do all of this.
We also need to figure out what some of the stuff is so we can sell
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Random liquids
yeah, we can do some of
and
that too.
potions
Yeah.
and
Well, like,
yeah.
Tully,
the
I was
ones
going to
that,
ask
like,
what your craft
Indians
check looks
sell.
like, because I've got a pretty decent number. So
It's not great. It's 11. It's not
It's
terrible, but it's
actually
like 50-50,
better
I
than
think.
mine. No.
Okay.
So,
I am trained in it, so I can do stuff, but
yeah.
I can
I
roll.
guess
You can also you could choose to aid each other instead of like you could either like work on batches individually, or you can like aid each other. Either or.
right now, I mean, I feel comfortable aiding Regan without an issue. It's just a matter of other things that we need to do as well, like you said, the selling stuff. So
yeah.
I have so much midnight wine that I don't know if it's midnight wine anymore.
If you want to pass items to me, I can take them to be identified and sold. That would be what I was doing, because I too have so many things of unusual liquid.
let me go. I'm gonna put them in the stash. So anything that I'm getting rid of, it's gonna go in the stash, and you can sort from there.
Okay. This will be the one time the stash gets used.
Yeah.
Cool.
I see there's a bunch of gold currently in the stash.
How do
Which
I get to the
will help as well.
stash?
That
Go to the party and click on the
There's like
Is
a
it
little
open
sheet
sheet
icon
button?
next to the
Yes.
party under actors.
Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah. Click
And
that
the
and then go to the
stash.
stash tab.
Thank you. I never remember how to get to it.
remember, there's always money in the bar.
I put these. Yeah, let me take this back. Give me all 10.
Let's see where it is.
Oh, yeah,
Hello, everybody. Hope you're all having a good evening.
Mhm.
That wasn't for you. It was the chat and the proverbial chat. The people sitting at home. Is this too chill? I like this one. Yep, we have a big old batch of various alchemicals. That yeah, I can.
I will dump my own in there.
I'm gonna put the medicinal ointment in there that we got
Yeah,
from the doctor's
I don't
places
know what
because I don't
that
trust
is.
it.
I'm
This
not dealing with that.
mortician's toolkit is spelled wrong, so I'm gonna fix it.
If it says unusual, it's going in the pile.
There's a scythe that's unusual. Not sure what this is.
Oh, roll spellbook. I'm holding on to that for Regan.
Ooh.
Should I give that back to Regan?
Give me that.
Okay.
That
one I
isn't
will-
that? Didn't we decide something was cursed about it?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
cursed.
Oh, whoops.
So, I
We
mean,
have to find out
if
how.
you start
this is
reading it or something,
cursed.
it's a problem. So don't do that.
Leave that in the stash, and maybe someone can like, who's going shopping, can be like, "Hey, how is this cursed?" And
Can this be decursed? Is
Yeah.
it worth decursing?
try and
Mm-hmm.
How is
figure
it
out.
cursed? Bad.
Look, Majenko has no gold in any items.
23 matchsticks.
You're a firefighter.
I know.
That's
Oh,
that's
no.
the inverse of firefighting.
I think I got the matchsticks. I got the matchsticks to go along with the 30 pints of oil that I'm carrying. That's why.
Oh my god.
Oh, did you get them from the were rats? They had a bunch of matchsticks and oil, I think.
that might have been where some of it came from. Yeah. So
I
they
guess
don't seem to weigh
need
anything, so that's fine.
16 alcohols.
I think that's all the stuff I was trying to get rid of. Oh, I guess I don't need that anymore.
I'm just
No, I
identifying
lied.
various
Oh, wow.
things for free.
Oh, I'm encumbered because I have too much alcohol.
There's
Oh, 'cause it
various
went-
poisons that people have on them. some various elixirs, anti-plagues that are actual anti-plagues.
I should probably actually put those. Should trust any of this?
Yeah, I don't trust that elixir of life, no matter what it says.
Did we not actually identify the cleansing spoon?
Yeah, I guess. Oh, I think you didn't fully identify it, but you can get it fully identified now. Here you go.
That's a tablespoon.
It
Oh,
is
I
a
see.
purifying spoon.
Stir the spoon.
I forget
Nice.
exactly what it does.
You stir, cast cleanse cuisine, and it's a large spoon. Can purify up to 8 gallons of food or drink. It's a lot.
That's not bad.
My glamping spoon. Ooh, the unusual breastplate.
Oh yeah, are the dagger and the scythe in here for me to ID? Sure. Rolf's dagger. Okay.
Oh, what am I putting onto the map?
With the art of wood. Excellent.
I guess Tully just goes into a like small little jewelry box and pulls out a number of gems that he's collected for some reason or another, and tosses them into the pile.
Jeebus.
You guys are so loaded.
Wow!
Well, they're not worth that much. A lot of them were
Sure, they
worth
were I think
silver,
they're small
but
gems. Yeah.
yeah, but still.
So Rolf's
actually,
key
no, the pendant
dagger. The key dagger is a +2 striking, serrating, decaying knife.
Ooh.
Or dagger, rather. So it has a number of
that.
runes on it.
I definitely like that fact.
And Diason's scythe. Where's that? ID. And Diason's grisly scythe is a +2 striking, wounding scythe. The wounding can't be removed because this is a special. This is a unique magical weapon. It is a grisly scythe as a reaction once per hour. If you crit with the scythe, then you can switch the slashing damage to void damage and gain hit points back. So you can suck the life out of people on a crit.
That might be worth keeping too.
So that's
I don't
a
know.
cool little
There's
creepy
lots of
scythe.
options.
Oh, Rolf's spell book. Yeah, you would have some time to look over that. That is called Clavum Mortis. And as a reaction, if you prepare from the spell book, then as a reaction once per day, if your last action was to cast a necromancy spell, anything that does void damage, void healing, or summons undead, then you can siphon off excess void energy to basically cause kind of do like a void electric arc against 3 targets within 15 feet of the target of the spell. And they each take 1d12 void damage with a basic fortitude save. So just a small little necromantic burst when you do something necromancy-ish. And it's got a shitload of spells in it. Some of them are rare or uncommon. Some of them include things like his unique Unlock Flesh spell that you saw him use, as well as Infuse Decay, which seems to be another spell that he's invented. That is like the Infuse Vitality spell, but instead allows your allies to do void damage, bonus void damage. So that's void damage to everyone's strikes.
And was this cursed?
It was not cursed, as it turned
you
out.
just tricked-
Someone critically failed, I think, their
It was-
identification check, and
Womp
was very
womp.
scared by it. But when you took it in,
Ooh.
They confirmed that no, it's just creepy looking.
I'm like, I'm not taking it. Well, I'll take that. I want to read that.
So yeah, you can either prepare spells out. You can like transfer your spells to the spell book.
It's creepy skin book. Can I get the spells out? Can I learn from this?
Yes, you can learn those spells out of it,
Okay.
and basically recopy them in your own hand. Oh, and Dyson's breastplate. Yes, that. I think where'd it go?
It's in the stash. I think it's just creepy looking.
Okay, yeah, it's just breastplate. Oh, it just has a +1 armor potency on it.
Still useful for
and,
somebody.
Yeah, otherwise it's just a nice little armor. Oh, I think I was like going to put another rune on it, and then I forgot to. What level's the shadow rune? Behind the scenes. It's level 5. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's a +1, and it's got the shadow rune.
Spooky.
I think I meant to put a rune on it. I just forgot. Anything else that needs identifying? Oh,
There's this weird eye.
the seeing eye that Andiason had. It is effectively a wand that lets you cast Scouting Eye, a 5th rank spell that lets you create an invisible floating eye 1 inch in diameter at a location you can see within 500 feet. And I think you can like sustain the eye to move it,
Nice.
and so you can do some scouting with it.
Should they actually
Scouting
end up
us.
using that on us? Like, I presume it's how they knew that we were approaching.
Yes, you could tell that the charge hadn't been reset yet.
That's
Can you
useful.
hear,
this
or can you just
key-shaped
see?
dagger.
Ooh.
Do you have 2 key-shaped daggers?
One came from Rolf, and the other one came from his dad.
Ah, okay.
So that one I think is the one from his father, who probably doesn't have anything special. It just had an identify thing. So
Oh, yeah, there's no... Don't think there's anything special about either of those. Yeah, one is just Oh wait, are they both? Are they the same dagger?
That's creepy.
Oh, I just see it twice in the item list. Oh, did you have it in both character sheets, maybe?
yes, probably.
Oh, okay. So yes, the key-shaped dagger, nothing particularly special about it.
Okay, fair enough. Get rid of that sheet. Item management.
Indeed. At this point, I'm just putting the things that I wish to sell into the stash
Yeah, that's my plan.
to try and like make this more efficient for you, Jason, because there's so many things.
Okay. Yeah, I guess let me know when you're ready to sell all of the things in the stash. Is there an easy way to do a sell in here?
I want the partitions too.
In any case, you do already have at least 400 gold in here, so you can start working on things if you were going to use that money.
Yeah, I think I'm done emptying things out. The only other weird item I have
Oh, I should.
is that separate from his key blade, Rolf had a key ring.
Looking over these keys, it's a collection of some couple dozen keys, and they seem to be just random house keys.
to his own houses?
No, these are all
Mm.
different people's house keys.
No.
Various quality
Mm.
levels.
Ugh.
Like he was taking
These little
trophies, or
trophies.
either creepy either way.
Yeah.
That will be left as an exercise for the reader.
Yeah, no, not don't want the answer. Cool.
Should I swap my Sterling Carpenter's toolkit for the Mortician's toolkit for theme?
There's 2 in there, I think, of the Mortician's toolkits, so. Oh, no, there's just 1. No? Further? 2?
Oh,
I
just
think
one.
they just look similar.
its bulk was
Never mind.
2.
It was just the other one next to it.
Yeah, it was heavy. Come here, all you tools. Oh, do I have anything else to throw in here? The smoke veil? Probably not.
Okay, I'll do some of the easy things in here. You're selling this onyx religious symbol of Urgathoa. Delete that at 200 gold for that. You donate that to one of the temples, and they will gladly destroy it for you.
Thank you.
Great.
The smaller religious symbol of Urgathoa, that gets sold for 5 copper. It's pretty minuscule. What do we have here? Oh, these just sell directly. Okay, cool. So we have a Carnelian that's selling for 25 gold. 2... Is this the right? Okay. 2 amethysts are going for 10 gold total. A lapis lazuli for 5 silver. A freshwater pearl for 5 silver. 150 silver for an onyx. This inscribed alligator skull that I think you got off of Rolf's desk is worth 10 gold. 25 gold for his onyx statuette of a skull. And the keyring you can sell for like a silver.
Yeah, the value is just not having it anymore.
Yeah. The midnight wines. You have how many of these? 11 of them, and they're each worth 5 gold apiece, and you can basically sell them at value. So that's 55 gold total.
Buy delicious wine.
Like, are those actual elixirs of life? Because we got them from the scary place.
These elixirs of life? Yes. Yeah, they were mixed in with some non-elixirs of life. And some of the things that you picked up, like you have 15 snake oils.
Mmm.
Oh, you might have picked up the snake oil. Might have effectively been the stuff you got from Vendra Laugry's place. I forget where you picked the snake oil.
Okay.
Oh, you must have picked up some of the snake oils off of the individual Queen's physicians. They were carrying around liquid that looked like it helped, but didn't actually do anything.
Lovely.
Cool.
And that sounds correct, yes.
Yeah, so you can
Yeah.
sell those. The components at least are worth 15 gold total.
I just didn't want to
a
sell
little bit.
people something labeled elixir of life that was going to kill them.
Yeah.
That would be rude.
Do you want to get rid of these anti-plagues? And
Are they
Such.
real anti-plagues?
yes, these are the ones that are in the stash. These are all identified.
Then I feel like we should keep those, but I don't know.
It's a lot of anti-plagues. It's like 25,
Yeah, there's at least
Wait,
30
7,
in here.
28, 29. Delete. I'm combining the stacks for you.
Thank you.
Hello,
Thank you.
chat. This is a inventory management.
That's why you had
Yeah.
Diablo in the brain.
Yeah, you have 32 lesser anti-plagues and 5 moderates.
I think we'll keep the moderates. In totality, how many of the lessers do we want to keep? Because we have a good round for us all. And like, yes, we beat this plague, but give it 5 minutes.
Yeah,
How
I feel
many?
like the moderates are probably a good thing to keep, but the lessers we can sell.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
We will sell all 32 of the lessers then.
It took one
Okay.
of each poison.
The anti-plagues, I mean, at how the city is currently, they will actually go for full value. So you'll get
Nice.
the 96 gold from the anti-plagues. Because they are in very high demand, and if you'll recall, they were somewhat short supply.
A little bit, yeah.
But with the cure coming soon, they may go back to a normal price.
Good to sell now
There's
while
12
the iron's hot.
There's 12 regular, minor elixirs of life in here.
If they're authentic, I think we'll keep them.
Yeah, they're all authentic.
Distribute them.
And there's also there's some lethargy poison, some scorpion venom.
Taking one of each
Okay.
to add to
So
my
the-
poison and drug collection in my
So the lethargy poison is 28 for the 4 doses, but that gets halved, so that's 14.
I think
Sorry,
Tully just left you a
it.
spider venom.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Take it quick.
14 gold
Where
for
did it-
that.
yummy. I don't remember if I have one of these.
I didn't know either, so I was like, well, I'm going
I
to get
should
this
look
out of
in
my
my-
inventory for now.
So there's
Consider
4
that.
more giant scorpion venoms. That's 160 gold halved, which is half of 16 is 8, so 80 gold. For that.
Oh no, I have a giant centipede venom, so I think the spider will be new.
I'm going to combine these 2 stacks of gold. So I'm going to remove this 400 and then add 400 back in. So it combines. There we go. So we're up to 1,018 gold in here, plus some silvers and stuff. So you're keeping the miners, you're keeping the minor elixir of life, you're keeping the anti-plagues. Someone's selling this plague bringer's mask.
Yeah, I was tired of having it around. It's creepy.
Okay. This will go for. It'll go for 200 gold. Yeah, the shopkeeper's not sure. I guess. Well, you're probably doing a lot of this stuff through the Gilded Knight. So Nia
Yeah.
would. She's my character. I should know her name. Yeah, you're doing the selling through Nia, so she's like, I don't know if I could you sell this. Probably shouldn't sell it in the city, but I think I have somebody who could be a buyer. So she'll probably sell it outside the city. What else is here? The Queen's Physician's uniforms. She can sell those for parts. So you can get 3 gold off of that.
What is
Someone's selling off their swim fins. That 5 gold becomes 2 gold, 5 silver. Though maybe a little bit early for that.
I have mine still.
I'm keeping my water breathing. That was. I don't think I had swim fins.
The Sterling Carpenter's kit is getting sold.
Yeah, because I took the mortician kit for flavor.
All right, so that's 25 gold is coming back. And Dyson's breastplate. It has a +1 armor rune on it, and a shadow rune. Are you guys just selling it? You can if you want.
I'm
What
good
is
person.
Shadow too.
I can't wear that kind of armor without major penalty, so yeah, and I already have a +1 that I've harvested.
The shadow rune gives you a +1 item bonus to stealth checks while wearing the armor.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I care about either.
Do you have a +1 on your armor already?
I think
On your robes?
I remember the answer being yes. Yeah, +1.
All right. So Andyson's breastplate, her sexy breastplate's getting sold. That's
Bye.
215 over 2.
Too sexy for me. Regan just doesn't
So
fit in it.
7, 5,
Just boom.
7 gold, and 5 silver from that. And then this key-shaped dagger. That's just 2 silver. 2 silver. And Dyson's scythe. You're selling that?
I think we are, yeah. I don't think I'm going to use it. It's tempted, but
Okay. It does have
It's
a
two-handed.
+2. It does have a +2 weapon potency rune
oh,
on it.
can we pull that off? I thought if it
The-
was a unique item, all the runes stayed.
No, just the property runes stay. The
Then
other
never
runes
mind.
you can remove.
Yoink.
Yeah, you
Okay.
should take that. Make
Yeah,
your nightstick a +2 nightstick.
Absolutely. That's why I took Rolth's key dagger, same reason. I want the +2 off of it.
What does the
And
dagger
then-
do? It has like a gross thing.
Oh, yeah. It's got a striking, or it's a serrating and decaying. Serrating
And those are both
is-
runes that can be removed.
Yeah. When dealing slashing damage, you deal an additional 1d4 damage, and you can activate it to deal an additional 1d12 damage instead of the 1d4 damage. I guess with just an action. I don't know if there's a downtime to that. Neat. And then decaying, I think, is just extra more damage. Void.
Yeah, I liked the decaying part.
Okay.
A decaying nightstick.
Ooh.
Well, there are ways to increase the damage on it. So yeah, we'll pull those off at some point, but
Okay.
worry about that later.
And then all these alchemicals, are they going away?
That was all from me. I have no use for that.
Indeed. I kept my crossbow and a small supply of alchemical things.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw
okay.
that you kind of
Throwing
had
bombs,
the crossbow. So.
not Mayhem's thing. He tried. It was not his thing.
You know, it was kind of fun there at the end.
Okay, I'm just gonna total these up then. So it's 75 plus 6 plus 60 plus 25 plus 81 plus 45 plus 9 plus 30. 331 divided by 2 is 165.5 gold. 165. Then I will delete all of these alchemicals. Okay, and that just leaves the anti-plagues and the Elixir of life, which you guys are keeping. Anything else?
I think I've thrown everything in.
Indeed.
I'm going
Do you
through
want
my
me to
sheets right now, real quick.
divide this money for you?
Oh, wait, I have bolts. If anyone wants the bolts, I just don't. I could just throw them at people.
Bolts would
Yeah.
probably be good for the alchemical crossbow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
10
I'll add it
bolts
to my
right
stack.
now.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
I was down to like 3 bolts left at the end.
I got. However many
So
that
I'm gonna split this money amongst you. I think there was some kind of money split thing, but I'm gonna do this. So you have 1,520 gold becomes 506.6 gold for everybody. So I'll give each of you 506. That's 506 to Regan. That should be 506 to Felix. And 506 to Tully. And then of the 203 silver divided by 3, that's 67 to each of you. So 67 to Regan, 67 to Felix, and 67 to Tully. And there's some leftover change. 2 gold, 2 silver, and 5 copper that are sitting there in the group stash. Whoever wants them can take them. As well as the remaining healing items. All right.
Oh, good.
So over the course of the next few days, these items get carted off and sold.
Yeah, and I think turn more or less into cures if we can craft them.
All right. Well then, for Rast the Second, who's working on a cure?
Me. We.
You gonna assist? Tully?
Crafting check. The DC is 22. If an 8 is coming, roll that first.
I was going to say, do you need me to aid Regan, or would it be better?
It would be nice, yeah. Here's what to do.
Let me see what I can do to help out. 26.
26 is a crit, so +2.
Ooh. Alright. Let's roll.
Ah.
Ooh, a
Aw.
34.
Oh, that's a crit. We'll give you 2 additional, so that's 4, 5, 6. You're able to make 6 from a batch of 100 gold. So produce. One of you pay 100 gold, or all of you, however you want to do it.
I will pay it. It's so heavy.
Okay.
Where's
I guess I'm going to take it out of the group amount first, but okay. So we're adding 6 d4 to this 4d4, so you're at 10d4. Is Felix attempting as well, or is he doing something else?
I wasn't clear if I was busy doing all of the selling or if I can attempt, but if I can, I will.
Oh, you could have attempted, yeah.
Okay, I'll give it a roll.
Ooh. Oh,
Nice.
29 is a success as well, so that is another 4, so you're at 14 d4, and spend another 100.
Yep, I'll spend 100 out of my stash.
Okay.
And then I guess one of the 3 of you roll 14 d4.
I can. 14. Here they come.
Wee.
32.
It's all right.
Oh, whoops.
Pretty average.
Okay, so the number of people saved per day gets increased by 32. So that's 41 people get saved every day. And 6. The death rate increases by 3 to 7. So you're obviously going to very quickly outpace the disease. Yeah, I wrote my numbers on a different little sheet instead of my clipboard. Okay. Let's see.
Do we need to actively do anything to see Dr. Davalos caught, or is him going around as a mad plague doctor get his ass caught on his own?
The guard and the Grey Maidens are actively hunting for him right now.
Ooh.
Okay.
He's throwing a little tantrum.
So you can certainly try to assist. You don't know if you'd be any more helpful in that. Like you think it's probably he's not going to get away with this for long if he's still in the city. Okay. Next day. Are you crafting any more cures?
Yeah, I'm not stopping.
All right. I will go ahead and aid it again.
Okay.
Let's do that first. Ooh, 29.
29 is another crit. DC is 15 on aid, so +2.
Wee. Yeah. 24.
24 is just a regular success. So that goes up to 18 d4.
I'll also do a craft.
I make sure to subtract the 100. 12 is a failure. You don't lose the 100 gold, but you just don't succeed at making any additional.
I was really distracted today.
Thinking about the doctor.
Yeah. Don't want him to get away.
Sorry, 14 became 18. Yes. Okay, someone roll 18d4.
Here they come. Wow.
All right, all
40.
right.
So satisfying.
So we're at 81 get saved today. And additional 4. Death rate increases by 4 to 11. All right. Farast the 4th. Any further cures?
We continue.
I'm actually going to let you go ahead from here
Yeah.
and start retraining on my own.
I'll do that.
Okay,
I think
so
I've got like 2 weeks of retraining to do.
yeah, you can certainly get some retraining in.
And I will give you the assist, Regan.
All right,
Having
so
learned,
go ahead.
having learned my lesson.
Hey.
Hey, that 25 will crit succeed the aid, so +2. As Felix steps in to assist Regan.
Oh,
Ooh, that was almost
Yeah,
terrifying.
natural 20 with the +2 for 36. Yep, that'll be another. We'll call that 8. You managed to double.
nice.
That's like a super crit. So +8. For you're at 26 d4s.
Oh my god.
This is the best.
So
roll.
roll 26 d4.
They come.
We.
I don't think that was 26 dice.
76.
No, I feel like it gave up on
Oh
that.
my gosh, look at all of those 4s.
That is a lot of 4s. So
A good
76
That's a good
plus
roll.
81 equals 157. And I guess I'll do my evil d6.
Maybe you'll get a 6. Oh,
3. So we're at 14.
Kill those.
increase.
well.
Uh, 157 plus 4 plus 7 plus 11 plus 14. Okay, I should have my running total here. And the target is 1483. Okay, cool.
How's sentiment around the city with all of this curing going
The mood is picking up pretty aggressively. People are clamoring for the cure when they hear that it's happening. Lines outside of the temples are vast. The were-rats are doing their best to help efficiently gather supplies, which are rapidly dropping off of shelves. And the Crown has officially declared Dr. Davalos and the Queen's physicians as traitors to the Crown and to the city. And there is an ongoing manhunt to capture him. As both the Queen's physicians and the Corvosan Guard are trying to find and put a stop to him. The Crown says that in the Crown's decree, he is declared as the mastermind behind the Blood Veil, who secretly deceived the Queen into gaining access to all the citizens of Corvosa, with which to spread his lies.
on? Really?
And he must be caught and
beheaded
and beheaded for what he has done.
in front of everyone.
Before he can speak and say things counter to what the crown says, right?
Take off his head. Oh, his jaw is removed. Mysterious. Who would have done such a thing?
yeah, certainly word is starting to get out about your involvement in the cure process. They're hearing some there's whispers about the catfolk and the mysterious shop proprietor that seems to be funding this a large part of the cure research and development. And word on the street is also that Mayhem is the one who actually caught the perpetrators and revealed the entire disgusting crime to the public. And so they're starting to be like, you're starting to see on the streets like a couple of people dressing up like Mayhem.
Aw.
I feel like that's not going to go well at some point, but I mean, that's nice.
You're a hero to the people.
Yeah.
Or at least they're dressing up to like what they think he looks like, because not that
Yeah.
many people have actually seen him. But word is starting to get out. Sentiment is increasing. Okay, so this is Farast the 5th, I believe. Sorry, this was the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Oh, okay, sorry, we're on the 6th. Okay. Yeah, any new cures today?
We'll try.
Here is aid.
Nice.
26 is a crit, +2.
A 27.
27 is a success, so +4d6. So we're at 26 +4 is 30d4s.
Here they come. Wee. 75.
A lot of
75.
ones, but still.
Where's there too?
That's 157 is 232 per day. And I'll roll a d6. One additional death per day. For
It's
15.
losing steam.
It's slowing down as more and more people are getting cured. Oh, sorry. 2 plus 15 plus 24. It's rapidly, the cure and the virus are rapidly working their way through the population. 7th of Pharasma. Any further cures?
Let me just get rid of my money real fast.
Oh, yes. Yes, please subtract the money from the previous day.
And I still
Pay.
have some money to contribute when needed. Let me know.
So
Yeah, Regan, let me know when to start spending.
I will. I have enough. Oh, that's the wrong roll. I will craft if anyone's aiding.
I will aid. I was just getting the sheet open for the
All right,
script
17 is a
inscription.
success, so +1.
Wee. Oh, there's a crappy number. An
Ooh.
18.
18 is a failure.
Never
So that would be no cure for
Do
today.
you have any? You want to use a hero point?
I will, because a 3 is like pretty. I feel like I could roll better than a 3.
All right,
Actually,
Arrow point
what
away.
happens if you get like a crit fail?
You lose half of the materials, so you lose 50 gold and don't get a cure.
Okay, that's not the worst.
So on regular failure, no penalty, just no cure.
Is better. 27.
27's a success. So that's 34 d4s.
Oops.
Roll.
I'll roll my d6.
Oof.
An increase of 1. 16.
34. There they go. Oh my god. I just want to get rid of my money.
86 more people saved per day.
You have an image of a poor student to maintain.
I can't be rich. That was for my dead friend.
We're at
Yeah.
905 people killed or saved.
Killed or saved?
Killing them.
Killed or
There.
saved. Harassed the 8th. Any more cures getting added?
Trying.
I was maybe not helpful today.
13's a failure on the aid, so +0.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I
Ooh.
could have been showing you the rolls.
18. We're not
Uh,
curing today, I think. We're not having
yeah,
a good
18's a
day.
failure. You do have 2 hero points.
Ew. Yeah. For a 4? Yeah. Let's do it for a 4.
All right.
Do anything
Yes,
under a
use
5.
those hero points. Use
I'll
them.
use them. Oh, and a 25.
There you
so
go.
much
25 is
better.
a success. So that's 38 d4s.
88. Let me get rid of my money.
And my 1d6 is a 2.
Here they come. We a 95.
Dang.
95 plus 318 is 413 people saved today. 95 plus 413. 17 is 1336. Tomorrow is likely to be the last day of the plague.
Ooh.
And you're guaranteed to get the rest without doing any additional work. I think, yeah. 1470 minus 1336, 134, yeah. The cure you've got going, you expect tomorrow, it should finally get through the last... Like, there might be some stragglers after this who, I don't know, are in hiding or something, but after... when did this break out? This disease, to the best of your knowledge, started on Calistral the 15th. 1, 2, 3 weeks and 1 day later, the plague has finally come to an end.
Yeah.
Let's get your final totals here.
We did it.
That's it.
We
tried.
Well,
Take a second. 7
I was an average amount of helpful.
helpful is helpful.
That many dead. And then that plus that plus that plus that plus that plus that plus that. And plus our original number of that. All right. Thanks to the efforts of the party, 4,111 people have been saved from Bloodvale.
Ooh.
In the end, only 742 people died. Only.
That's
We
still,
didn't know them.
yeah.
There was a lot of people. A lot of them died in the kind of early days of the plague. Before you were able to find a cure. But thanks to your efforts, a whole lot of lives are saved. And that fact is not lost on the people of Corvosa.
Yeah.
As I said, word gets around of at least some of what you've done. It seems like someone is spreading the word of Mayhem having gotten to the bottom of the case and having rooted out Dr. Davalos. And it's like very clearly known that Regan and Felix, that you've been assisting in developing the cure, and the other clerics are very much credit you, Regan, for like helping put the info together once they had it.
Love reading.
Maybe you'll have an easier time at your exams.
Oh no. Today.
Today is toil day. You have missed an exam.
No.
Surely they'll give you an extension.
Devious.
But yes, with that many people saved, dozens of families recognize you for the work that you have done to rescue or to save their families. And as you are helping to like create and administer the cures, many of them like personally thank you. And so that, let's see. Each of you has earned. Let me fix this. I'll just put it in. I'm gonna create a new little loot box for you. Okay, activate rewards. And I will put that on the field here. Over here. Okay. So rewards box. First off, you've each earned one local Corvosan favor. At any point, each of you can redeem one favor. This can basically be for just about anything. You can have an NPC do something for you, like give you asylum if you're on the run, put you in touch with specific NPCs, or like if you're trying to find a specific item or something, like they can find you the item that you're looking for. They can basically, you have connections throughout the city that you can cash in. You can turn this in for a family heirloom. Someone can give you some priceless item of theirs that has been in their family for generations. That would basically be some custom item of some sort. You can basically tell me what kind of item you want, like a weapon or an armor, and I can go make that for you. That's like, you have to tell me that you want it, and then I can go do it. You can use it during play to basically like super succeed at information gathering or rumor gathering, as you can basically cash in a favor to get a full network of people out finding information for you. And you can also achieve any sort of like professional services you need, like if you need to, say, ship something or get a summon a caravan or anything you can think of, you can get one of those. And then any other narrative request also, if it makes sense that a citizen of Corvosa might be able to do that for you, you can basically just say, hey, I want to use my favor, and you can have it. And I'll try to do it with obviously I don't want to like derail the whole story, but I'll do it in a way that rewards you, and if it doesn't work or if I can't give you the thing in the situation, then I'll refund it. But I'll always try to do something with it. So it's one for each of you. The one for Mayhem goes to Mayhem and not Tully.
Yeah. That's fine.
The second thing, so that's good neighbors. All of your that's family friends. All of the locals. Oh, sorry, no, that was the good neighbors bonus. I missed the family friends.
Now.
Yes. Tace and Shields from Flame both talk to their communities about all the good work that you've been doing. And through their efforts, they are able to get you 250 gold per person.
That's appreciated.
Three. So that's, I'll just put 750 in here. So 750 gold, and it's you can convert that into fine clothing and other items. Like they give you a collection of like art objects, clothing. They offer to like sew things for you. So you can basically have either your 250 flat, or you can have various art items of Verizian or Shawanti make. As they being the most heavily impacted communities are very glad to help you, and produce a number of gifts for you. Scarves in particular. Verizians have lots of fancy scarves. So yeah, you can convert that to individual purchases for those thematic things if you want, or you can just take the 250 money. Yeah, the good neighbors bonus I already gave you. Local heroes. Because of the work, the extensive work that you did, Cressida Croft recognizes like just how helpful you've been to the city this whole time. And as she has promised multiple times to try to get you the money and funding that she owes you for all of the various missions that you have done, she has managed to pull together 7,500 gold to donate to the three of you. So that's total. So again, what is that? 7,500. It's the same number, but 2,500 gold per person. As
Just
well
go ahead.
as she has written a little like document for each of you. You now have access to Citadel Volshenik's armory.
Oh. Thanks.
So you have to pay the guard to take items from it, but you have access to a lot of uncommon magical weapons and armor. And that also, I'll make a list of stuff that you can find in there by default. But if you're looking for weirder arms, any weapons, armor, or equipment, they might have it in there, and you can basically pay them to keep it, purchase it off of them.
Is this the
Yeah.
weird stuff they confiscate that's basically being rented back out to us?
Yeah. Some of it is weird stuff they've confiscated. Some of it is like stuff from like previous field commanders' gear or other equipment like that. Stuff that's been like in the city's history that they have access to.
I want the cocaine that makes me better at magic. Give me that.
They might have some magic cocaine. I don't know.
Give me that good shit.
We can talk about it. But yeah, I'll build a list of some of the like default things they have. But if you have ideas for things you want, we can talk about it. But yeah, they'll have that stuff for purchase. And yeah, she gives you a whole stack of gold bars, basically.
It's a wheelbarrow
And-
of gold bars.
The last thing that happens is that because you all have gone so far above and beyond, you are actually invited to an award ceremony. as saviors of the city
By who?
by the queen.
Oh boy.
This is gonna go great.
And out of curiosity, is that invitation extended to Mayhem specifically?
Yes, it is extended to Mayhem specifically.
Mayhem.
It was given to. It is delivered to you via Cressida Croft.
Fair.
And she explains that the award ceremony is going to be tomorrow morning. The queen is not going to be able to attend because she says she's been feeling very tired
Wah.
in the wake of the events that have transpired. And Sabina Marin is going to give you your reward of what is this, 500 platinum each,
Wow.
which is 5,000 gold per person.
Yeah.
Okay. Still not sure if I want to attend as Mayhem, but I might.
I don't
If
attend at all.
Mayhem doesn't want to attend, she told me that I can just forward him his money. It's fine. But let him know, at least.
Will do. I imagine Felix can get it to him or something. Worst case scenario.
Of course. And like, I can imagine you making an entrance that is maybe not the usual entrance and leaving the same way.
The thought had occurred to me, but no specifics yet, so I'm not going to worry about it.
So yeah, do you guys want to attend the ceremony the next day? Or just take your money in absentia?
I don't want an award ceremony. Is it considered really rude to say no, I'm tired as well?
No, she gave you an out. You don't have to. Cressida thinks at least one of you should attend the ceremony.
Regan looks.
Everybody looks at Felix.
With big cat eyes.
It would be best not to completely snub the queen.
This is the same Sabina who helped me get the bar reopened, right? Hopefully. Regan
No, Sabina didn't help you with that, right? Sabina. Yes, you met Sabina at the very beginning of the campaign. She had the scars on her face.
Mm-hmm. She works in the castle. She was
she works
friendly
in the castle.
enough.
Yeah.
I'm less worried about her than the queen, and if the queen's not going to be there, you're probably fine.
Okay.
She's snubbing us.
Yeah, I think she doesn't like that we are doing what we're doing, so doesn't want to be around us.
That's fair, and yeah, I looked at my notes and I remember who Sabina is. At least one of us should show up, and I guess it's gonna be me.
It's gonna be me.
Already May.
I get my jacket clean, show up in my nice outfit.
Oh, I just had a panic.
No.
But that's not today. Oh, okay.
You have to get a jacket clean? Gosh.
No. My brother's birthday is tomorrow. I'm like, shit, it's May. Okay.
We're all right. It's fine.
Okay. All right. So it sounds like Felix then is attending.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I have all of my invisibilities back and a couple of ways to escape this, but I will attend on behalf of the crew.
Okay. So the ceremony is held at the North Castle Square. The others are welcome to attend in secret if you wish.
My excuse for Regan is that like she's missed an exam and is making it up.
My test. Is the school unlocked now? Do I have to keep sneaking?
At this point, the school is unlocked, yes. And they've realized now, I mean, that you're at least involved in all of this cure process, so... But nobody says anything.
Good.
They just let you in.
Don't say anything to me.
But
I
it
don't
seems,
want-
yes, the lockdown has
Look
been
at me,
lifted.
Don't look
I
at
want to
me.
go put all my drugs back.
And when you arrive, you see in your dorm there's a stack of papers there. It seems to be the most recent exam.
Can I take it? Or is it just written like failed?
No, it has there's like a sticky note on top that says take what you return.
Oh. Regan's so happy. This is the best. Best part of the week.
Of all the rewards, this was the one.
This was the one that I can have a take-home test.
All right. Well, over in the North Castle Square. Is Felix encumbered? Is he carrying a bunch of stuff? Probably for now.
Maybe.
I'm busy juggling all of the things
that's
that
fine,
I've
that's
been
fine.
putting into my inventory.
What's the... sure. All right, so festivities. The next morning, at the North Castle Square, on for us the 9th, oh no, that's right. This should be the 10th. Yeah. For us the 10th, a wheel day. The crowd is cheering as you are invited up to the stage. There, on one side of the stage is Cresta Croft, and like a couple of Corvosan guard at her side. And at the other side of the stage is Sabina Marin, with... Where's the Grey Maidens? Grey Maidens. With 2 Grey Maidens at her side. And as you wave, the crowd cheers. And Sabina steps forth and takes off her... Will she take off her helmet? I have the one that has her no helmet? No, I don't. Okay. She won't take off her helmet then. She leaves her helmet on. But you recognize her voice. The award speech is brief, but she hails you, Felix Milos, as one of the financiers of the cure. And the crowd cheers. Cressida seems is like smiling, seems very proud of you. You can't quite tell what emotions are behind Sabina's mask or her stony gray helm. Only like through the slit are her eyes like barely visible. But she holds out a hand to shake as 2 more Grey Maidens bring out a chest of platinum. She announces that these proceeds are to be awarded to Felix and Regan for their outstanding work in developing the plague cure, and that there's also been a reward sent out to the hero Mayhem for his duties in uncovering the crimes and helping the Grey Maidens finally arrest that dastardly Davlis.
And he was arrested?
That's what she says.
Huh.
Good.
We are happy to announce that Dr. Davlis has been arrested. And there's like a big cheer erupts in the crowd, and as you're kind of like standing behind her at this point, like a couple feet back by the chest of platinum. And while the Queen wishes that she could be here today, she would like to say words to you all in the very near future. In fact, 2 days from now, the Queen will be giving a speech at the public execution of Dr. Davalos. And the crowd goes wild. Cheers erupt. And Sabina turns to you and nods. And just under the volume of the crowd, just kind of directly at you. Thank you for your hard work, citizen. Well done.
Thank you. I'm glad to have helped the city.
I am sad that you were forced to do what I could not. But worry not. Justice will be done. And she signals to the Grey Maidens that were flanking her to start packing up. And they begin to march off. Cressida reaches to shake your hand. Really, well done. This all could have been a lot worse had it not been for you.
I'm just glad that Regan was the smarter one of us all and could piece together a cure. And we were lucky, of course, to have Mayhem's help.
Indeed. And she smiles and starts to issue orders to the guards to help disperse the crowd. And you are left with your big chest of gold. They probably they assign some guards to you.
I was gonna say this will give you a long walk home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some guards are assigned to you to help keep some distance between you and to protect the chest of platinum that you're carrying through the city. But the people part as you walk through. People are cheering your name, Felix, Felix, Felix. Just as many people are shouting Mayhem, Regan. You see a few Mayhem masks in the crowd.
Can I take a look at the crowd and see if I recognize anyone, maybe like Blackjack, who's sort of hanging around in the periphery?
Sure.
Question marks.
Your eyes scan the crowd for familiar faces and any weird black cowls in the distance. But no one out of the ordinary. Some of these faces you didn't recognize weeks ago, but you recognize now. They are your fellow citizens. Many of them are people that you've seen personally these last few days, in lines, in passage on the way to go pick up more supplies. They are, in some sense now, all part of one big family, by blood, by magic. They are all Corvosans. But no Blackjack.
Happy that we've managed to keep the city safe from this particular malady. I'll head home. Thankful to have the guards nearby, because I have to imagine this is heavy as hell.
Yes, they will assist you in carrying the platinum.
And if I haven't reopened the script in Scrimshaw, I think I would have taken the opportunity to do so. Haste and shields from flame are welcome to return.
All right, and when you return, they've got it all decked out for a little party. And since the disease is cured and the place is open, or will be open once again, they've actually plotted to have a lot of the regulars stop by for the occasion. So when you return to the Script and Scrimshaw, it is full of friendly faces of various locals. You see Grau there, you see Varric. You see, where is he? All the world's meat boy. Corallo. Corallo is there.
What a descriptor.
A little less bloody than before. Who else would be there? Ares, Yellow Eyes.
I don't imagine that Tuggins is there, but we have to go see and make sure that he's taken his position as ruler of Eel's Head.
Yeah, as you've from what you've heard from people at the party and just around town, it sounds like things in Old Corvosa have gotten pretty bad.
Oh gosh.
Despite the plague being run down, no one's really been allowed in or out of Old Corvosa since the quarantine went up. It's still considered too dangerous. And in fact, it sounds like the guard has completely lost control over like everything that's going on there, and it's become a bit lawless. And the crown hasn't really seen fit to do anything about that at the moment, given their priorities elsewhere.
That will probably be a problem for some future. At least for now.
Surely somebody else's problem, not ours.
Somehow all the city's problems end up finding us one way or another.
I guess Regan, before you pop on over for the party, do you want to take that test?
Yeah, let me take my test.
All right.
I forget how to take
I think it's just a. Oh, let me see. I can find it again real quick.
I have the subsystem.
Oh, do you have it up? Okay.
Yeah, it's very bright though. Weekly exam. 4 hours. I can speak with faculty to reschedule my exams in advance. That seems new.
I think that's always been there.
Yeah, I was like, I just missed it. Ooh, I'll have to call them
So
up.
in the future, you might want to do that, but because you were so well known for helping out with the plague, they're willing to assist in rescheduling. This is an Arcana check against standard DC for your level, which is going to be 24.
All right, I feel very brave today. I am good to feel brave. 35.
That is good. That is a critical success.
So
On crit success, you earn academic points equal to your level. So you earn 8 academic points.
non-spell 8.
Turns out, was it an exam on virology?
Yeah. Despite not having been here to study too much, you've gotten some passive studying in. A lot of the things on the tests are direct applications of, or are like things that you've been directly applying in your adventures. So it's all worked out in the end. You ace it easily.
I get up a rank. I'm at rank 78th now.
Excellent.
Doing well.
And I need to put in more rewards and things, but well done. You
One day.
surpassed some more students.
Yes, I'll surpass
on the
them
track.
all. Or I'll die. One of those two will happen.
Okay, so then you pop down by the party. Tully, you choose not to attend the first thing, but do you come by the party?
Yeah, I suppose so. I would like to know where my daughter has been, since I know she was at the Verzian house for a little while, but I don't know if she would have at some point come back when things were starting to lighten up, or if she's just been spending this whole time with Tace's family or not.
Yeah, she was spending the time with Tace's family, but I guess if you eventually told her that like you're cured and you have the vaccine, then she would have started coming home.
Okay.
And that's probably how you found out about the party.
That's
Tace,
that's what I was going
Tace
to
and the
suggest.
others were planning it secretly.
So I will be invited by my daughter and show up at the party and be appropriate and present, though it would definitely be as Tully and not as Mayhem. Mayhem will not be making an appearance.
Excellent, as would basically not be expected. Yeah. All right, who else is here? Oh yeah, the Sable Company Marines are here. Cressida.
Oh, can we get Ruin
Shows
to
up.
come by and play?
Oh yeah, of course, Ruin
Yeah.
would be here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Ruin would gladly be the centerpiece player for the evening. Marcus Endrin shows up.
Oh.
You haven't seen him in some
Um,
time. He's the head of
Hippogriff
the
guy, right?
Sable Company. Yeah, Hippogriff guy.
Is the surviving Carowin feel up to a party, or would he just
Oh
not
my
show?
god.
Ooh, no.
I don't know if we.
Very
I don't
sad.
think we should be inviting him anyway. Just
Why
just
is
Okay.
in principle.
You actually would have seen him, Felix, at the shrine of Shaylin, because he is a follower of Shaylin. That is his main deity.
Oh.
And he did come by a couple of times in the last few days to pray for his wife.
I hope he finds.
But he
I would
just
say all up in Urgathoa's stuff then. Well, do people just kind of pray to her sometimes when they want?
do you ask him about it?
Yes. I do. I'm rude enough.
Okay. Yeah, he is personally a devout follower of Shaylin. And his wife was like she followed most of the gods, but the two of them did occasionally do like small prayers to Urgathoa for their party specifically.
Okay.
Though, given everything that's happened, he doesn't think he'll be doing that anymore.
Pretty
Really?
fair. I would suggest
he's lost the drive to party, but is still trying to find he's trying to find new forms of beauty in life. And
Like-
yeah. Who else? I was just fishing around for other people who might show up. Yeah, some of Ishani would show up, Mr. Daughtry. Cornelius can be here. Yeah, just a lot of people that you know. Some people you don't. Some people who are just regulars. Some people who just kind of stop by because there seems to be a party going on here.
No.
A couple of Hell Knights who still happen to be in the city show up. A couple of Grey Maidens. Yeah, it's a pretty big party. Give me perception checks.
Ooh.
Can you find anyone at a party? The answer is no.
28.
27.
23.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. That was DC. Let's see. I think it's still. Okay. In this case, Regan and Tully. So Felix, you are very absorbed in the party.
Yeah.
Regan and Tully, while towards the end of the night, I guess throughout the party, you notice that Marcus in particular seems to be very, like, he's happy, but he seems to be like a bit kind of like mentally distracted. And when he's not engaged in conversation with someone, he looks like a bit sad. Which, given how much of a party atmosphere this is, it seems a bit odd. And later, towards the end of the night, he's clear, like he and Cressida are like outside by one of the windows, just kind of chatting quietly. And it seems like Marcus is like a bit either angry or on edge. Cressida seems to be too, at least while she's talking to him. But they part amicably. And Marcus hops on his hippogriff, who's patiently waiting outside, and flies off into the night sky. Cressida folds her arms and watches him for a moment and kind of mutters something under her breath, and turns to go back in.
I think
You're
Tully's going
gesturing.
to try and
Yeah.
check in with Cressida to see, in a kind of official way, to see if there was anything that he could do to assist, if there was anything official that needed to be done. Making it known that he observed what was happening, but not trying to step forward and be like, talk to me about it necessarily. More just offering to be there.
And my gesturing was waiting for Tully to, because I'm like,
Yeah.
I know he's
'Cause
gonna
there's-
go into it.
There's
so
more
I'm just
processing
waiting
of
for
like,
him. Yeah.
how do we want to do this?
Maybe we can talk about it some other time. I think it'll be fine, but... Oh, I did actually have something I wanted to talk to you about, but I'm waiting on a bit more information.
Okay, so not tonight then either?
No, not tonight. Sorry.
All right. No, that's fine. Just wanted to make sure you're enjoying yourself. If there's anything we can do to help.
I'm
Yeah.
doing fine. It's actually been quite nice to relax for an evening.
Hasn't been much of that recently, has there?
No. And actually, I should probably get going now. Maybe catch some actual sleep. That'd be nice.
That would be good. Sleep is quite important, and you could use more.
Oh.
Trying to be as gentle as possible and saying she
Yeah.
looks tired. What's the nicest way to tell somebody, oh, you look tired?
Yeah. Yeah. Bed sounds good right now. Thanks again for all your hard work, Tully. You too, Regan.
Regan did most of it. I'm just here to help. So
I saw you were doing the raid of the hospice. You did a great job taking command there.
part of the job, ma'am. Thank you.
She nods.
So, yeah, he looks actually a little bit not abashed, but almost embarrassed by being called out like that.
Well, if the guard survives, there's definitely a promotion in it for you at some point.
Is that a real concern, Commander?
She pauses for an uncomfortably long amount of time. Well, I'm guessing we'll be in reduced capacity for a while, at least. I don't think the Crown's very happy with how things turned out.
Can't imagine they would be with their own doctors turning out to have been deceitful. And Tully kind of looks around for a moment as he's talking just to see if anybody's watching. Then discuss this.
Felix is very loudly doing card tricks.
I was gonna say that, like, Regan isn't specifically in this conversation, but you can see, like, one ear is turned towards the conversation.
She's absolutely listening, yeah.
Yeah, she's like,
Pick a card, any card.
Sorry, what was the last question there?
Oh, just an offhand comment about the Queen feeling embarrassed about their hand-picked physicians turning out to be traitors and making things worse. They may not be particularly happy with that coming out.
No, and certainly the guard is getting quite the large amount of blame for it for some reason. But that's a problem for another day.
Yes. Please get some sleep.
I'll try. Have a good night.
You too.
She waves and
yeah,
makes her way down the street. The party continues.
Yeah, my job is no longer feeling so secure anymore, but, you know, that's fine. We just got a lot of money, I guess. Yay.
Perception check, Tully.
Secret or?
It can be public, sure.
Public. Oh, that was...
You're just seeing if you can see your own job security.
There we go. 21 total.
You watch the field marshal walk down the street, past all the lamp lights. Feel like a soft breeze in the air, cold. What is this? Frost air. Look both ways down the street. People are starting to file out from the party. And at least for one night, the city finally feels some sort of peace, if uneasy. And I think that is going to be it for the evening. So 21 is a failure.
Yep, I figured. All right.
Thank
but
you,
it was
everybody.
such a nice failure.
It was a nice failure.
Yeah.
You didn't notice anything weird.
Nothing weird at all. Everything's fine.
Just feels slightly uneasy, but you don't know why. Anyway, yeah, thanks for joining us. That was book 2 in its entirety.
This one episode was the whole chapter 2, book 2.
Yes. That was the conclusion of book 2 of Curse of the Crimson Throne, titled, what was the title? 7 Days to the Grave. And next time we will begin book 3. Which again, they always have spoilery titles, so I'm not going to tell you until the...
Everyone lives happily.
A perfectly normal day in Corvosa where absolutely nothing goes wrong.
Of course, nothing can go wrong in Corvosa. It's the city of dreams.
Yes.
All right, but yeah, thanks for joining us. Sorry for the gaps. We're back next week, right? I didn't look at the calendar. I think we're here for a few more weeks.
Yeah, we're okay for a few weeks.
We're okay for a few weeks. Yeah. So yeah, join us next time as the gang gets ready for another execution. Yay! Dr. Davos is dead or dying. Yeah, good for him. See you, everybody. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.